Under the lake, Alao saw a wooden casket submerged just beneath the surface and alerted his friends. They opened it. Inside was a girl surrounded by lit candles. "Oh my god, I think she's dead," Alao shouted. "Is this not the girl at the festival? She looks even more beautiful in a casket. Let's have our way with her." 2 days before Akanni's wedding to Princess Omolara of Oluye village, Akanni, along with his 3 hunter friends, Babajide, Odeyemi, and Alao, decided to attend the Yam Festival in the neighboring Eleyele village for a final celebration of Akanni's bachelorhood. Eleyele was vibrant with music and dance. The scent of roasted yams filled the air. Among the crowd, a girl caught their attention with her mesmerizing dance. She was the most beautiful girl they had ever seen. Her movements were graceful, captivating, and energetic as she danced like it was her last dance. "Wow! Who would have thought this kind of beauty is in this tiny village?" Babajide said, and then nudged Akanni. "Too bad you are getting married to a princess. You can't stop to guess like her anymore." The other 2 friends burst into laughter at Babajide's words. "If he tries it, before the king beheads him, Princess Omolara would have buried him alive," Odeyemi joked, and the 3 friends laughed even louder. "Fadeke is more beautiful," Akanni replied Babajide. "Wait, Fadeke, that's your stepsister? Stop it, she can't compare." Babajide shook his head and the 3 laughed even harder as they made fun of Akanni. "See, let's leave Akanni to his fate with the princess and see who can talk to this beauty first." Babajide continued, but Odeyemi disagreed. "Not a chance. You took the last beauty for yourself. This one is mine. I will make sure she can't walk for days." The 3 laughed again as they looked at the beautiful girl, who danced happily, oblivious of the devils removing her clothes with their probing eyes. Akanni looked at his friends and shook his head. No, let's just enjoy this festival. No trouble today, please. Remember, this outing is about me. We can't just sit here and watch the festival. We need some spice," Babajide said. Then Odeyemi had an idea. "Let's go hunting. One last time before you get married, Akanni. Soon, you will have your hands on the riches of the kingdom. You won't need to hunt anymore. This may be the only chance." "I also have a suggestion," Odeyemi chimed in. "We've been to every bush in our village. How about we explore new territory? Who knows, we might find an elephant. No better way to show the king that we are capable." And so, the 4 friends set off to the thick Agidigba forest. They searched the forest all evening, but disappointingly, they only caught 2 rabbits. Night came and they decided to camp there, making a campfire while they smoked the rabbits. Odeyemi then suggested a game. "Since it's Akanni's bachelor party, we can't just sit here looking at the rabbits. Let's play a game. I will call it Reveal the Skeleton Game. I say we share our biggest secrets." No way I'm sharing any secrets that can be used against me with anyone," Babajide disagreed immediately. But Odeyemi tried to convince him. "No one will judge you. We are all sharing our weaknesses with each other. No one would dare use it against each other anyway. Besides, this could also be a test of our friendship. I will go first. My wife cheats on me because I have a small manhood and I don't last in bed." The 3 looked at him in shock. Babajide's eyes slowly went to his trouser and asked, "You are 3 seconds man? So all these girls you've been bragging about are lied, okay? I lied. You don't need to spell it out." Odeyemi cut in, unable to hide the sadness in his eyes. Alao took a deep breath and then spoke out. "I wet the bed every night." Akanni also hesitated, but then said, "I am only marrying the princess for money. I am in love with my stepsister, Fadike. And I slept with my dead sister 3 times before she was buried." Babajide also confessed. The 3 friends turned to him in shock. "Before or after she died?" Akanni asked. "After. I mean, she was so beautiful and I couldn't do it when she was alive because she was my sister. But after she died, I figured she was no longer my sister. So I took the liberty to satisfy my fantasy." "You are so sick in the head, man. You need deliverance," Akanni said, but Babajide became defensive. "Are you also not sleeping with your stepsister? She is alive and not dead." Akanni tackled him back. Alao immediately interceded to stop a fight from breaking out and reminded them not to use their secrets against each other, nor judge. The 4 friends were silent for a while until Odeyemi called their attention to a faint glowing light far away. Babajide suggested they check it out, but Akanni was reluctant. "We don't even know what's there," he said. But Babajide replied, "We won't know until we get there." Then he pulled Akanni along. When they reached the source of the light, they found a cave with a faint glow coming from inside. Odeyemi's eyes widened. "This must be the famous Omiwura. I can't believe it actually exists. Let's go inside and see if there's gold, as the rumor said." Then they stepped into the cave. The fire from their torches flickered against the walls, casting eerie shadows on it. They saw the underground lake often called Omiwura, its brackish water shimmering in the dim light. Odeyemi then suggested they dive in to check if there was gold hidden inside the water. Akanni felt uneasy and voiced his disagreement, but they made fun of him. "I've told you to stop acting like a girl," Odeyemi poked fun at him. Under the lake, Alao saw a wooden casket submerged just beneath the surface and alerted his friends. Odeyemi suggested they pull the casket out. "There might be gold inside or ancient treasures. Quick, let's get it out," he said. Despite Akanni's warnings, the four friends went into the water and pulled the casket to the surface. They pried it open. Inside was a girl, surrounded by lit red candles. The sight made Akanni's stomach stir and he took a step back. His face went pale. The other three went closer and inspected the body. "I think she's dead," Alao said, feeling uncomfortable at the sight. "And she looks even more beautiful," Babajide said, a twisted smile creeping into his face. The three looked at him in confusion. "Do you perhaps know her?" Odeyemi asked. Babajide smiled and reminded them of the girl who danced beautifully at the festival. Alao quickly scurried back upon hearing this. "Goodness! What could have happened to her in such a short time? It was just this morning we saw her dance." "Someone probably killed her and threw her in the lake," Babajide replied, unmoved by the sight in front of him. Odeyemi touched her body and said, "She's still warm." "That's because it's a fresh corpse. We probably missed the culprit by a few minutes. But that's not our problem. What we should be concerned about is the opportunity presented before us," Babajide said, his eyes gleaming with a sinister light. "What opportunity is that?" Odeyemi asked. The three couldn't understand what he was getting at. Babajide's smile widened. "Since we couldn't have our way with her at the festival, let's do it now." "You are definitely sick in the head," Akanni said, taking a step back, his face filled with disgust. "Come on, Akanni, don't be a coward," Babajide jeered at him with a mocking smile. I think I agree with Akanni. This is wrong. We shouldn't do it," Alao chimed in. "Come on, Alao. I saw the way you were fantasizing about her when she danced at the festival. I'm sure you are trying to fight your inner demons right now. I bet you want to do it too. Am I wrong?" Alao didn't respond and lowered his head, avoiding eye contact. Babajide laughed. "I'm right, see, I'm right." Then he turned to Odeyemi, who had been silent. "You don't get to be with women because you have small manhood and only last 3 seconds. Don't you want to experience your fantasy? A dead girl won't talk or make fun of you." Akanni's heart pounded in his chest. He felt sick in his stomach and protested again. "No, we can't do this. We should leave immediately." But Odeyemi shouted at him. "Why are you always acting like you are better than us? A saint doesn't sleep with a sister." Babajide also threatened him. "You wouldn't want the princess to know your little secrets, would you? Because we won't just stand there and let you tell on us. Is this why you asked us to share our secrets? To handicap us? You guys have forgotten I know your secrets too," Akanni said angrily. "Well, we are not the ones about to be the king's son-in-law. He will not spare you." Odeyemi tackled him back. "Are you not afraid of repercussions? Look, she was submerged in water and yet she's not wet. Also, the candles are still lit despite underwater. I feel this is not ordinary. Let's get out of here before it's too late." Akanni tried to reason with them. "Will you stop believing in these superstitions? I know a carpenter who knows how to seal caskets well enough that no water or air can enter. And candles are lit to brighten the path of the dead. It's a tradition. Come on, don't be stupid." Odeyemi voiced his growing irritation towards Akanni. "Are you in or not?" Babajide asked. "Remember, you are the king's son-in-law to be, and if I were you, I won't want the king to know my little secret unless you are prepared to lose the opportunity to marry into the family." Reluctantly, Akanni joined them in not just bringing the body of the girl out, but the deeds as well. But as they finished, they heard a sound at the entrance of the cave. The four of them looked towards the source of the sound and saw a girl who looked startled and scared. My dear viewers, this is a plea to you. Don't just watch. Be a part of my growth and subscribe to my channel. Like this video and share it. Thank you very much. When the eyes met us, she immediately turned on her heels, trying to run away, but she couldn't get far. Odeyemi and Babajide quickly caught up with her and carried her back to the cave. She begged them to let her and her dead sister go, promising not to tell anyone about what she saw them do to her sister, but they didn't believe her. They decided they needed to silence her. Akanni didn't like how the situation was getting complicated and told his friends to let the girl go. Despite Akanni's protest, the three men threw the younger sister into the lake and drowned her. When Babajide suggested they have their way with her too, Akanni finally had enough and voiced his willingness to back out. I can't do this anymore. This is bad and has gone out of control. But Babajide threatened him again. If you back out now, does that make you a saint? Does that make you innocent? You're already involved and we are all in this together. We will have our way with her and there is no room for you to back out. And so they did. After Babajide and Odeyemi were done, it was Alao's turn when suddenly the younger sister coughed violently, spitting out water. She was not dead. When she realized what was happening, she pushed Alao away with all her might and tried to run. But Alao quickly picked up a piece of wood from the ground and struck her. Akanni became agitated and told Alao he didn't have to kill her. The argument became heated and Alao punched Akanni in the face. Infuriated, Akanni punched him back. The fight escalated and the two were locked in a fierce struggle when suddenly they sensed something wasn't right. They were being watched. They all turned their heads to see the dead girl from the festival staring back at them with lifeless eyes. Wait, wasn't she supposed to be dead? Ah! The four of them shouted and ran towards the cave opening, but Odeyemi stopped them. Stop, 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 stop! When he realized that even though the girl seemed alive, she could not move. They cautiously approached her and heard her mumbling something. Akanni leaned in closer to listen. Guys, she's begging us to help her younger sister, he said with a shaky voice. The other three disagreed with him, and Babajide suggested they take advantage of the situation. Her sister is dead, and there's nothing we can do about it. But she's miraculously alive, and I can't stop thinking about how she danced beautifully at the festival. And with that, Akanni had reached his breaking point. He shoved Babajide away from the girl. You're a monster! How much inhuman can you be? Babajide also snapped back and shoved Akanni in return. Don't act all high and mighty. You had your way with her too. That was because you threatened me, Akanni shouted. But no one forced you. You chose to do it by yourself. Babajide yelled back. Stop pretending to be a saint. We are all in this together now and there is no turning back. He added coldly. Babajide then used the shirts to cover the girl's face and they did it again, while she pleaded for them to stop. Akanni was the last, but during his turn, the girl managed to remove the cloth from her face. Akanni became fearful upon seeing his tear-filled eyes. He didn't know what to do, so he panicked and struck the girl with a stone. The three friends were shocked. They didn't expect that from Akanni at all, who sat on the floor trembling and staring at what he had done. They urged Akanni to shake off his shock, saying, we need to leave now, we need to leave, it's almost done. Then the four of them hurriedly ran away from the cave and back to Oluye village.